Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the C-Man, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the C-Man's Cinema Sit Down. I'm not even going to waste any time because there's just so much to talk about. I mean, the shirt's already on my chest. You know what the hell we're talking about. It's dark and early on a Friday morning on the East Coast. Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We're getting ready to dive in spoiler-free into the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Episode 3, The Whole World is Watching. And oh, is the whole world watching? I mean, the whole world is watching this show. The whole world is just watching what is happening inside of the show. Oh man, dude, this show is so damn good. Like, I said I wasn't gonna bring it up anymore, but like, I keep going back to episode 2 because it's a tremendous episode. I've said it many times. There's some really awesome stuff in that episode, but it felt like it was missing the miniseries payoff. And since I have said those words, every episode has given me that miniseries payoff. Episode 3 was fantastic, and episode 4, I don't know, I don't understand. Like, it's the same length as the last few episodes, maybe slightly longer. Yet I feel like they accomplished like 3 times the amount. There is so much happening in this episode, and everybody gets some in this. Like, it was so much fun to just sit back and watch this episode because, like, we're picking up right where we left off in episode 2. So I'm sitting back and I'm just watching Daniel Bruhl, like, just chew it up, man. Like, you're getting great, Mackie and Stan back and forth, and, like, Bruhl's doing his thing as Baron Zemo, and it's so enjoyable to watch him work. Like, no matter what it is that he's doing on screen, I'm just sitting here like, I love it, man. Like, the way he plays people and moves them around like they're chess pieces, man. Like, it is crazy, and it's just so much fun to watch. What is very apparent to me, that is Daniel Bruhl just having a hell of a time coming back as Zemo, man. Like, he crushes early on in this episode, and there's a real nice Zemo arc. Yet, like I said, this episode also gives us really, really great back and forth with Sam and Bucky. But, like, individually, give them phenomenal moments. Sebastian Stan, I've said it since week 1, this dude's facial acting is off the charts, and you get such a cool thing for him to continue to wow us with that facial acting at the beginning. Then you got Anthony Mackie. Just, it's funny because he spoilers, says wheelhouse in the episode, but they really do let him fall into his wheelhouse in this episode. And the thing that we get to watch Sam do that is like Sam's moment in this episode is just so enjoyable to watch Mackie do that stuff because he just nails it on the head. And it's stuff that we've seen him do in the past, but like when he does it, oh, he does it so well. And if you thought that was enough for just one episode, oh, no, man. We got some serious Wyatt Russell action in this episode. It felt like, if I almost said movie, it felt like a movie watching this episode. But on top of like really good Sam and Bucky stuff, really good Baron Zemo stuff, they give us some of the best stuff for Wyatt Russell's John Walker Captain America. I don't mean best in like I enjoy what he's doing, because as I have stated pretty much every week since Wyatt Russell has shown up, there is something about him. In every episode, he does something that just continually rubs me the wrong way. So we know that I don't like John Walker, but I love watching Wyatt Russell play John Walker, and he crushes this episode. Like I said, we get that full arc that involves Zemo, and like that feels like just all the substance you need for the episode. And then we get this whole tack-on bit with John Walker, where Wyatt Russell really, really commands the screen, demands your attention. It's the best episode that he's had to date in the show, which, I mean, granted, it's only 4 episodes, and he showed up right at the end of the first one, so it's really only 3 episodes for him. But this is, like, he hit his stride in this episode, and I was like, dude, I'm here to watch Wyatt Russell do some stuff. And I think we might still get to see Wyatt Russell do some stuff. And where they're going with the character, I'm very, very interested to see that continue to develop. And if that wasn't enough... oh, no. Also, one thing. With Wyatt Russell, there is a moment that will be burned into my brain for forever. It's an image. You're going to get to a moment in the show where, like, you're looking at the screen, and it's like a snapshot image, man, and it is, wow. Like, I was kind of surprised they went there, and I'm really glad that they did. Now, if you thought all of that wasn't enough to pack into this episode, and again, same length as all the other episodes, maybe a little bit longer, we also get a really excellent episode for Erin Kellyman, who plays Carly Morgenthau. Like, really good character development stuff. Kind of ties into Sam's story a little bit. And, again, they just gave her stuff to do from an acting standpoint with this episode. Like, a lot of the time we've seen Carly, she's in the process of doing something for the Flag Smashers, or she's in the middle of an action sequence, or we get this, like, brief little moment. You know, like, every episode we've kind of had, like, a moment with Carly, right? Like, you know, you have that plane scene and she rolls the tear. You have the Mama Donia stuff that she had last week. Like, you get these little moments in this episode. Like, if you culminate all those moments together, you get a really nice piece of acting. Well, you get that this episode. Like, they allow Erin Kellyman to just shine, and she also is fantastic. And it's like, where do they find the room to put all of these people and have them all do tremendous things in the course of the episode? And it not be like any longer than the other episodes. This show has officially, like, fully hit its stride, and it is achieving those mini-series-esque payoffs, where, like, I come into the episode, you set something up, and then you give me a bit of a conclusion to that, even though the story is continuing and we're not finished with it. Like, within the episode, you give me, you know, last week you gave me really solid, like, concrete, hey, that was a good payoff. I feel satisfied. You know, like, very satisfying episodes, the last two. And specifically this one. This is the best episode I think out of all four. I mean, like I said, it felt like a movie. The story stuff in this episode is great. Like, what they're doing with the writing, as I've said every week, this show is layered, man. Like, there are layers in this show, and the show continues to layer itself in really, really interesting ways. And the conversations that they're having in the show, whether it be about Steve Rogers and Captain America and what that shield means, like, we've, at this point, pretty much gotten just about everybody's opinion on Steve Rogers, the shield, Captain America, symbols, and it's really interesting and fascinating to watch a show have everybody, good guys, bad guys, doesn't matter. They've all kind of weighed in. And to kind of just watch the story continue to progress that way is so awesome. And the story continues to give this acting core really good stuff and material. And the story is, like I said, it's starting to pick up that pace and that steam. And the locomotive is going. And the action in this episode, oh dude, like, I still don't think we've hit anything that is to the height of that first episode, that opening scene with Sam doing Falcon stuff. But this episode, it was just solid action set piece. Story, solid action set piece. Story, solid action set piece. Wow moment. Story, solid action set piece. Wow moment. Oh my god, like, really, it was just, this, like I said, my favorite episode today. This episode was so good because it does all the things that we love Marvel, and specifically the Captain America movies, to do. And the production value on this, and just the performances and the story, it's all really clicking right now. And I can't wait to see where we go. We got 2 episodes left. And there's one piece to this episode that I didn't even talk about because I can't talk about it. It's very spoiler-oriented. But let's just say something that, you know, has been set up in some of the previous 3 episodes gets a payoff in this episode that, oh, it was so freaking good. Like, I can't wait to talk about it in the spoiler review. But, like, oh, if you want to get hyped for an episode or get excited for an episode, this is the episode to get excited for, man. You know, like I said, the whole world's watching. Whole world is watching in the episode. Even the title, like, this is how smart Marvel, like, the title plays perfectly into everything they do this episode. I loved the hell out of episode 4 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. As I said, my favorite to date, and I can't wait to see where we go next, man. I love everything they're doing with all of the characters. Like, everybody right now, every character is just hitting that stride and that payoff where I'm like, yes, this is what I want going into the last 2 weeks. And you can feel like there is one more, like, jaw-dropping action sequence probably coming that'll be in that finale. But they are certainly, like, they started this up this way, kind of like a roller coaster. We've come down, we've had some, but they are building us back to something that I think is going to just, I can't even imagine what it's going to be, but I'm sure it's going to blow our minds. So those are all my non-spoiler thoughts, man, on episode 4 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The whole world is watching. Now I want to know what you're thinking, man. What'd you think of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 4? The whole world is watching. Did you love the living crap out of it the way that I did? Do you think it was the best episode thus far? Did the action wow you? How many jaw-dropping moments did you have in this episode? I continually was picking my jaw up off the floor, getting it resituated just so it could fall back down to the floor. So if you were feeling that way, this episode somehow didn't hit for you, let me know why. Tell me, break that down. Don't spoil anything, but please let me know why this episode didn't work for you, if it didn't, because I don't know how it wouldn't work for anybody, to be honest. I don't mean that in like a mean or like a I'm better than you kind of way, or like I know better, but like I just don't know. I really don't know how you couldn't like this episode. So if you didn't, please let me know that, man. Everything you're thinking, good, bad, indifferent, about episode 4, the whole world is watching, of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, goes down below in the comment section. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with C-Man as we approach our final 2 weeks of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier every Friday morning. You want to be here for spoiler coverage later today on this episode, get to talk about all those goodies I couldn't talk about, but oh, they get me so excited. You just like the vibe, what I'm doing over here, just enjoy joining the cinema sit down. You want to show a little love and support the old C-Man, well, you can do that by doing the thing that I like to recommend every video, which is come join C-Maniac Nation, man, by jumping over there, hitting that subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts, and until next time, for the C-Man Cinema Sit Down, I've been the C-Man, I'm signing off, peace! Oh, hey, what's going on? You must be sticking around because you're looking for more content featuring this guy. Well, guess what? You're in the right place. You can check out more videos right here and right here. And if you have and you want to come join that C-Maniac Nation, you can hit that subscribe right over there.